Welcome back. This is A level computer science 9618 and this is Python tutorial part 3, and today in this video we are going to discuss about object oriented programming. Okay, so we are going to understand about classes, objects, attributes, methods, constructor. Okay, we are going to understand about inheritance. Okay, oh wait, first we'll discuss about encapsulation, and then after that inheritance, and then we're going to understand about polymorphism, right? And then we are going to understand about destructor. Wait, before destructor we will okay, destructor, but before that there should be okay containment, of course. Okay, and then destructor, and then we're going to understand about garbage collection, and what's left here, and we're going to understand about, okay, I think that's all it is. Okay, so this is OOP for you guys. This is object oriented programming. So let's start from classes. First of all, I'm going to comment all of these which I've done in my previous video, right? So I just need to comment this, so I'm just going to comment them. So I'm going to, so if I just, yeah, that's more like it. All right, good. Now let's begin. So classes, how to clear classes, class animal. Okay, then you're just going to create a constructor now, and so if I create a constructor, it would be like, yeah, so in it, so this is our constructor, right? And if I, for example, let's say name, okay, and then cells dot name is equals to name, right? Okay, so this is our class, this is our constructor, and let me, you know what, let me just give a complete idea of what we're actually doing. Okay, object oriented programming, it contains classes and objects. I already discussed it in Java programming, but if you guys haven't watched this, then okay, well done. I'll just repeat it again. Classes and objects. Okay, what are classes? Class is a blueprint of anything. You can say a human DNA is more like a class. It is telling the body how to, for example, the DNA describes how to create a human being, it's more like a class. Or you can say that whenever we are constructing a house, we are always get a blueprint, right? A blueprint, a map in how to construct something. Okay, or for example, if I am creating a software, I will always get a documentation and some graphs and how to create something. Whenever you try to create something, whenever you're creating something, whether you're creating a human being or a living being, or creating a home, creating a PS4, or creating any kind of anything, you always need a blueprint. And in how to create this, right? You need a map, you need a way, you need a strategy, you need a planning in how to create something. You need a complete detailed structure, that what should that be like if we are going to perform this. Okay, so that's what class is. For example, class animal, right? Class animal, and then inside the class we have attributes and we have methods. So attributes like name, you can say, or age, what species it is, what is the color of that animal, And okay, so these are attributes. You can see these are attributes. Okay, attributes, the data, right? And methods, that what the object does, what does it contain, what does it look like, and what does it do. So attributes, methods, what does it do? It can walk, it can create a sound, okay, it can eat, of course, it can eat as well. So these are all, you can say, functions or method, whatever you can call it. You can call it procedure as well. But there is a difference between procedure and function. Function are those which you return something, but in procedure you don't return anything. You can say methods, okay? So methods are both function and procedures. Method, what it can, what does it do, and attribute, what does it contain, what does it look like, and yeah. So class, animal, attributes, methods. So this is a class. Okay, this is the blueprint. And whenever I need to create an object, I need to create a living being, you can say, an object of anything, something that you can touch, something you can manipulate. Okay, so something that you can manipulate, so you can say that that is an object. I want to create an animal. Let's say animal, animal 1 is equals to, where, okay, you know what, this is, there's a difference between Java and Python. In Java we try to write down something like this: animal a1 is the name of the object is equals to new animal. Okay, so this is a keyword. Okay, yeah. Now this is a class, this is an object of a class. Okay, it's an object name, and this is a new keyword. Okay, this is in Java, not in Python. Right now I'm trying to give you an idea how does an object created. Okay, so if I would recommend doing Java, but since you guys are Python lovers, so I'm just doing in Python. And yeah, I have my own ambitions in going further in Python, going to AI, so that's why I decided to go on this. Okay, but anyways, so and animal is the class name, a1 is the object name, is equals to new. The new keyword helps to construct a memory, for an object by calling a constructor. This is a constructor. A constructor is something that constructs the memory, it creates the memory. Okay, so it creates a memory, it initializes the attributes, it initializes the attributes. And the constructor can also act as a method as well, that whenever you try to create an object, the constructor will automatically be called. It will initialize the values, but you can also run some code inside the constructor. It can also act as a method. It can act as a method as well. Okay, method, right? So this is how it is in Java, and as for in Python, it should be okay, it should be, yeah. In Python it's much more smaller than this, it's completely different. This is in Java, this is in Python. So in Python we try to write down like this. For example, we're going to create the object a1 is equals to anyone. Okay, so this is creating an object in Python. This is the object name, and this is the constructor. That's it. There is no class. Okay, there is a class, but this is a constructor we're calling. No keyword, only this and this. No need to write down anything extra. So this is how you create an object. Okay, this is in Python, and this is in Java. All right. So that's oop for now. This is we for now you need to understand about class, object, and how to create an object. That's it. We will go on with this. I mean, you need to bear with me. There are so many things that we need to discuss. Okay. For now, let's focus on the coding. Okay. So in front of you, what you're seeing here is this is a class. Okay, inside a class we may have attributes. This is a constructor. We may have attributes and we may have methods. Okay, um, if you want to create attribute, you need to write down in here. Okay, So this is a constructor. This is a constructor. This is how you call a constructor. Inside a constructor, we have the self keyword, self parameter. It's very important. It's the only way that you can set attributes. We can create attributes through this only. Okay. And there are so many other functionality, but we will discuss this later. But for now, you need to understand that this is a constructor. This is how you call a constructor. Slash slash init slash slash self keyword, and then this is the parameter. Okay. This is a parameter, this is a self keyword. Otherwise we can also remove this name parameter. So let me remove this for now. I'm removing this. Okay. And shouldn't okay, it doesn't. For now I think I should just leave it. Okay, now I need to create methods, right? So I'm going to create the methods. Okay, so method could be like eat. Okay, right, and I'm just going to print I am eating like an animal. Okay, this is my method. And another method, create sound, and Yahoo. I'm creating the sound. Animals, right? That's how they behave. They eat like an animal and they say Yahoo. This we can create as many methods as we want it. Okay, and okay, so these are methods. But if we want to have some attributes, then we can write down in the only way to create the attributes is by how to create the attributes. Okay, right, so I can say name, right? So and my name is, and then you can just self dot name. Okay, self dot is equals to let's say lion, lion me. Oh, you can say okay, Johnny. Okay, I am eating like an animal. My name is Johnny. Whatever, Johnny, etc. Or you can say MJ. Lion. Okay, Lion King. Okay, my name is Lion King. I'm eating like an animal, and I say Yahoo. Now I want to create an object. So if I create my beautiful object, I'll just say a1 is equals to animal, and that's it. Now if I say eat, and if I run this, and it will work. I'm eating like an animal, and my name is Lion King. So this is how you create attributes. Okay, if I call this create sound, again it will work. Yahoo. Alright, so this is how you create an object. This is how you call the functions. Okay, and okay, so this is a constructor. This is a class. These are the attribute that we can set the attributes, or set or create the attributes by the self keyword. And These are methods. Okay, this is basic OOP, and we discuss this. Congratulations, class done, object done, attributes done, method done, constructor done. Now what is encapsulation? We're going to understand what is encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and so on, starting with the encapsulation. Okay, now let's begin. So okay, what is encapsulation? Okay, let me just write down again. Encapsulation, the concept of encapsulation means encapsulate something, or you can say hide something, data hiding. It's all about data hiding. You can say protecting the data. And how to protect the data, we can use the keywords. Okay, in Java particularly, it's more like that you are using the private keywords. The private is a private keyword is more like that, you know, here hiding the attribute private name, okay, private age. So this is how you are hiding the attributes. By default it's public name, public age, public this, public that, but now because we want to hide the data, we are doing private, so that um, usually whenever we try to create a class, we can access the class attributes, you know, because the class is, you know, public, or you can say it's okay, you know what, let's start from here. Package, whenever we are trying to work with OOP, object oriented programming, first of all a package is created, and inside a package contains so many classes. Okay, it contains so many classes, and inside the class there are so many you know, attributes and methods. Each one of them has these things. Now these are all public classes and they have attribute, method, but they can be accessed by one another. I mean, they can be accessed. Okay, we can just create an object inside one class. I mean, the attributes are public, and public means that it is not restricted. It can be accessed publicly. Okay, but if we try to use the private keyword, or you can say in Python, if we try to put you know, like self slash slash and then name, this means that you are doing private. Okay, you're putting a private keyword, just like in Java you're putting private name, private age, private this, private that, but in here you put a slash which denote that it is private now, the attribute is private now. Otherwise if we do not put this, then it is public by default. Okay, so right now we are trying to capture, I mean hiding the data, so we are putting the slash so that it becomes a private attribute. Okay, so that's how it is. So all right, so if we try to do private, you know, if we try to hide the data, if we try to make it private, then it can only be accessed, the classes can only be accessed by creating the object, and then using setters and getters to get the attributes, using setters and getters. Okay, okay, we have made this private. Now I cannot access this uh, just by creating the object unknown. Okay, I cannot access this because it is completely hidden inside a class. In order to access this, I need to use the getters and setters. Getters and setters are methods, nothing special about this. Okay, getters means getting the attributes, setters means setting the attributes, set the data. For example, if I create an object, if I create a function, let's say I'm creating a getter, get name. Okay, get name, and you know, and I just write down return because I'm returning something, I'm getting the data, I'm getting the attributes. So return self dot slash slash name. Okay, this is how you are getting the data. If you want to set something, def set name. So you are setting it. Okay, so self, okay, there's a self parameter as well. Okay, now self dot name is equals to John or anything like that. Okay, so this is how you set the attribute, this is how you get the attribute, this is how you make it private so that it could remain hidden, so that we can only get this by creating an object and then through setter and getters. Okay, in order to access this attributes. So this is encapsulation, data hiding, protecting the data and accessing it through getters and setters, which are known as methods. Okay, now let's begin the coding. See, right, so name Lion King, and let me just make it private. If I make it private, now it's become private. Now I want to, let me remove this, as well. Let's create the method set name self keyword, and then you are using equals to um, John Wick. Okay, now if I create setter and getters, another one. Okay, you know what, def get name self keyword return what self dot name. So you are returning it. I have created an animal, or you know what, let me just create this to human. So now I'm just creating it human. Right, now if I get the attribute print by set, and I'm putting something, and in order to, okay, I need to put something here. Okay, name. So not this, it's name. Now if I said something like Johnny bro, Johnny bro, okay, there's no need to print this. Print get name, set name Johnny bro, and again get name after doing this. So if I run this and I get Johnny bro. Okay, this is how you set and get. This is known as setters and getters, and this is encapsulation, ladies and gentlemen. Encapsulation is done. Inheritance, here we go. Okay, there's so much to discuss. Inheritance, right, let's go and let's discuss what is inheritance. Inheritance, okay, so I got so many classes: class A, class B, class C. Inheritance means inherit something. For example, you have a parent, you are a child, you are the only one studying this computer science, you want to make your parents happy, and after that, when your parent pass away, their property and everything will come to the child. The child will inherit that property after that parent is passed away. Same thing, or similarly, whenever you try to inherit a class, their properties will be taken, their properties will be inherited by another class. For example, class B inherit class A. So what will happen, the attributes and the methods of class A will be inherited by class B. So class B can use the attributes and the methods of class A. Same thing, inherit class B. Class C inherit class B. So using all the the attributes of and the methods of class B, there are so many different types of inheritance. There's inheritance chaining, right? And there's inheritance like this. Okay, this is class A, this is class B, this is class C. Like this is the diagram. Okay, class B inheriting from class A, class C inheriting from class A. Okay, so it will look like this. Okay, but if I want to say that class A has been inherited by class B and then class B inherited by class C, then it will look something like this. Okay, now there are so many different ways, and you know so if class C inherit class B, then it get all the attributes of class B and A as well, getting all of the attributes combined of these two, and the method as well inherited by class C, because B is already inheriting the class A and C is inheriting class B, which in result inheriting class A as well. Okay, so this is how inheritance work. The only inheritance that doesn't work is multiple inheritance, which is not possible in both Java and Python. Okay, so it looks something like this. It looks something like this. They're inheriting this as well. It's not possible. So this is inheritance. Okay, let's begin. So I'm just going to change this to A. Okay, oh wait, I'm going to change this back to animal. Okay, okay, so this is the animal. The attribute is, it got the attribute's name, and let me create another attribute, age. Let me remove the private keyword. Okay, so that could make it easier for me. Now I'm removing this, no need. Okay, creating class. I am eating. I am walking. Okay, all right. So now I'm going to create another class tiger, and I'm going to, okay, the way to inherit this is, okay, you know what, so first I'm going to completely create this, right? Let's leave this, or maybe not. Okay, so I've created this class. Okay, and I don't need to create any method for now, because I can just inherit this and I can use these methods and attributes. So in order to inherit this, I'm going to use this. Okay, so there's a different how to inherit something. In Java, for example, if you have class A and class B, we use extend keyword to inherit something, extends keyword. But in here you're just going to write down something like this, class and then tiger, and then you put in here the name of the class that you want to inherit. Right now I'm inheriting the animal class, so I'm going to put animal. Okay, and then I'm going to put, so I'm inheriting this animal class, so after inheriting this I can access all of these methods and attributes. Okay, going through this, and then I need to put the super keyword. Okay, the super keyword is amazing keyword that helps to access the parents methods and attribute and constructor as well. So bear in mind, whenever you are doing inheritance, there are two things that you need to do. First of all, doing this. Second of all, you are putting a you are calling the constructor of the parent. You're calling the constructor of the parent class. So super dot animal, or maybe not that way, or you can say super dot slash slash init. Okay, so you are calling this constructor. So this is how it works. Okay, so whenever if you try to create the object of tiger, the it will be initialized, the constructor will construct the memory, but also it will, first of all, if you are inheriting this, first of all it construct the memory of the parent class, and then it will construct the memory of the child class. Okay, so this is why we are putting this. It always work like this. Okay, so whenever you are doing inheritance and you are creating the object of this class B, so first of all, whenever the object is created, it first of all construct the memory of the parent, and then it construct the memory of the child. Okay, so this is how it works. Now let's begin. So I hope you guys understood. Let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to use a super keyword and I'm going to call this. So self, that's it. So I've called this, and this will be okay. Okay, so now I'm going to well, you don't need to do anything else, but let me show you another thing. Def get age. Okay, get age. Now I'm getting the age, so if I print the age is, and then I'm just going to solve dot get age. No. Okay, no. Super. Wait, self dot should get the age. Okay, because we are now. Oh, I didn't put animal in here. Okay, so now we are inheriting is subclass by tiger is overridden in tiger overridden. Okay, self dot, and now you can see here you have access, since you have put you have inherited this class. You can get this age, name, and you can get the properties of the parent class. Okay, you can get the methods and you can get the attributes. So again, if I remove this, you can still do it, super dot, and I got, you know okay, okay, super dot init. Okay, so you're calling this. Right, so this is how you're creating, you're doing inheritance like this. So now if I remove everything and I create, if I create, okay, another thing, let me just let me just do something amazing. Let me print I am the parent class. Okay, and in here I'm going to put I'm going to put in here I am the child class. Okay, it's giving me the error. There's always a problem of indentation. I am the child class after the super keyword. Okay, guys, there's something important I want to tell you. What am I doing? I am debugging, and debugging is a very, very amazing technique as a programmer, as a software engineer. Okay, so whenever you are stuck in anything, just do debug like this. Test it out, test multiple times, see the output, see the input, right? So right now I am testing it, but also I've done this before, so I'm just going to show you guys a little trick, a little concept. So let's say, okay, I didn't create an object yet. So let me create an object. Tiger, oh wait, t1 is equals to tiger. Okay, and then t1 dot or wait, so I've created an object, and by calling the constructor, this whole thing should execute, and after calling this will also execute. Okay, this will execute as well. So if I run this, I'll get the. I am the child, I am the parent, I am the child of the super keyword. Okay, so there are two ways to write down, so you can just find, show you guys. Okay, so I did done some mistake in here. I, instead of super without any brackets, should have put this and then slash slash init. Okay, that's it. You can go through this, or you can just directly call animal dot init and then pass the self keyword. Either one will work. I mean, both of them will work. Okay, so no problem. Yeah, and let me just see here. So it is working. I'm the parent class, so parent class is called, and then the child class is called. If I put the self keyword, it's giving me the error. Takes one but two word error. Okay, so this is how you call the super keyword on. You can, and also you can call it like this. You can call it like this. But in here you need to put the self keyword as well. Okay, indentation out of, it's working like this, and if I remove this, and it won't work, but if I put this, and it will work. Okay, so inheritance, yeah, this inheritance is, everything is working. I am the parent class, this is called first, and then I am the child class after the super keyword. So this is how inheritance works. And right now if I just t1 dot eat and t1 dot walk, if I run this, then it is working because I've inherited the properties of this class, and I'm using this and I'm doing all the manipulation, and I've inherited each and everything. Okay, so this is how you are, and also you get this how you can access the attribute inside by using a self.h. You're getting these attributes as well. So this is encapsulation, this is inheritance. Alright, so I think it's enough for now, and we will discuss the rest